Oh, hi, first graders. I thought I would make a video to show you how to get started on your dish towel. I am using my grandchild's handprints, which my daughter had to take a picture of and email to me. And I cut them out of paper and then I traced around them. You should just trace around your own hands on the dish towel. And if you see on the back of the dish towel, there's a piece of paper ironed on. It's called freezer paper. It's kind of waxy on one side. I talked about it in my document. And it's just nice to keep the paper from getting, the cloth from getting all wiggly. It makes it a whole lot easier to trace and draw on your dish towel or any fabric. And I just used a regular number 2 pencil. I didn't push really hard. I'm not sure if I'm going to have lines here or not, and so I didn't draw them yet. I don't know if I'll stitch them in or not. Once you're happy with that, you'll probably want to write somebody's name on here. And I'm going to write Jude's name, and then I'm going to write the date of when I'm doing this. Doesn't really make any sense to me to write his birth date down because this is how big his hands were when he was this age. And this would be fun to do if your hands are very small, and then when you're bigger, do it again with your hands overlapping. Now, when you get to this point, you need to take this freezer paper off the back. And you can just peel it right off and save it. Because if you want to stitch other things on your dish towel, you can. And you could iron that freezer paper someplace else on the back, and if you had some pencils, you could draw flowers or a dinosaur or a star or whatever you would like to draw on there. I'm going to talk about these hoops now. There was one in your box. This is an embroidery hoop. And you see right here, there are these bumps that stick out, and right here is a little screw that actually turns. And it's tight right now, so you want to go, and can you see what's happening? Usually I would turn it like that, but you can't really see what's happening, so I'm trying to do it this way. Well, I'll just do that. And you see what happened? Is that loop got larger, and now there's a space there. And if you do this all the way, let's find out it actually comes apart. And that's okay. Just don't lose this piece because I don't have any more of them. And you'll want to put it back in here. And you're going to have to figure out which way to turn it to get it to go back in there. Oops. Okay, come on. See, now I got this stuck and it doesn't want to go back in there. I wonder if I've got the wrong end in here. Ah, that makes it definitely happier. So, what you're going to do is take this loop that doesn't have any screws on it and put it underneath where you want to start stitching. Hopefully you can see that in there. And I'm going to start down over here by the thumb of this hand. And don't worry if it doesn't cover everything up because you're going to keep moving this wherever you need to. I like to put what I'm stitching on as much in the middle of the loop as possible. I'm right-handed. I tend to put this loop over here on the left side, or put the bump and the screw over here on the left side, because as I'm stitching, I don't want my thread to get caught in it all the time. And then you're going to press this down on top of it, and then you're going to tighten that screw up. And I think that screw only goes in one way. I think one side is larger than the other, and that's why I couldn't get it on right off the bat. Now, when you get it so it's kind of snug, you want to pull on your fabric just a little bit, not a lot, and then continue to tighten it. And you don't want it all soggy in the middle, but you don't want to pull it too tight. And that's how you're going to hoop your fabric to do your stitching.